Hey there, this is part 4 of the SotN 80% tutorial. Not much to cover in this section. Mainly, I'm just going to show you hearts with big candles with big hearts, which are 5 hearts each. Again, you only need, after you beat Solgar and Gaibon, you only need 40 hearts from that point forward in the run. And there's some very easy ones right in your path that you can get without losing time. I'll point out those ones specifically, but I'll also point out other ones you can grab, just because sometimes you accidentally use Stopwatch. It would cost 20, by the way. You need 2 stopwatches in this run. Sometimes you accidentally use Stopwatch when attacking. Even I've done it sometimes still. New people especially do it a lot. So I'll show you everywhere you can grab them. And then a few other time savers maybe you didn't think of. So, I'm going to have to go through and beat Solgar and Gaibon again. Another thing to keep in mind, I didn't mention the last time, after you cast Tetrasphere, if you miss it, and you can punch Solgar twice, he'll go up in the air again. You have enough time at that point to hold up and cast it again when they're hovering over you. And you'll be fine at the battle. After I beat Solgar and Gaibon, there's a guaranteed damage boost in the next room. I will be showing how to do that. Okay, so you get to the door here. After you get to the door, those 2 enemies right there, you're going to be shield dashing. You're going to take a damage boost through the first enemy. Jump out of that, then just continue walking forward. Don't stop in any of this. If you stop at all, you'll end up getting knocked the wrong way. But there's a double damage boost here. Just shield dash, jump, hold forward. So, that's it. That simple. Well, I guess I can try and make my way back, but... Yes, I'm Hellfire canceling them. I'll go over that later in this section, what I just did, because it might be helpful in like 1 or 2 spots, but... so, what I do to save some frames here, I think it saves some frames, is after the first one, after I jump out of it, I backdash, I turn around and backdash immediately. Not a huge difference either way, but... Like, it just looks like this instead of... what was that? Did I even save time doing that? Maybe not. Yeah, just hold forward, you'll be fine. Yeah, there's a big heart right here. Keep that in mind. It costs, like, no time to go and get it. Something to keep in mind going to the next room. Okay, I have 16 strength here, so I will have enough strength. You need, like, 15 strength to 2-punch these zombies coming up. If you have 14 or 13, though, you'll take 3. You don't have time to really check whether you have enough strength here. So what you do on that first zombie there, you're going to go up to him and then crouch punch. Then you know it takes 2, right? If it takes 3, you know it takes 3, and you should continue crouch punching the rest of them. If it takes 2, though, then you can go ahead and continue forward and then punch them like that, because it's faster. There's a big heart here. Doesn't take much time to get. I usually get that one. So yeah, once you get through that room, down on the bottom left here is a potion. You want to grab that for the shield rod room. So just come down to the left here. If you get poisoned by this guy, that's not a big deal, because you'll usually damage boost through the axe armor. And there's like... I should mention, after you load new areas, whether it's a boss loading room or going through like one of these, your status resets here, like when you load the new area. So you'll just notice like your poison goes away or whatever. So you're totally fine if you get poisoned by that other guy and you don't make it through fast enough. So don't be discouraged if that happens. This part, like from here all the way through Doppelganger, you're just learning where the enemies are. If your strength is really good, I'm not sure if it's 17 or 18. There's a big heart here, by the way, and one here. There's one at the bottom if you have the knife equipped. Anyway, if you have 17 or 18 strength, those axe armors take 1 punch, not 2. I think you need 19 to one-shot the tables coming up later. But you'll generally find 2 punches for the axe armors, 2 punches for the tables. So just get used to that. Yeah, you can shield. It's better to shield dash past this part. This heart, you can jump to it from the top and break it to get it kind of quick if you have the knife on, but better generally just to shield dash right past it. This one's pretty quick. I usually get that one. Okay, Fleamen. They are actually completely random. A lot of enemies in this game are just complete AI. You can completely manipulate them. These guys are only... they activate based on your proximity, but after that they're random. What I tend to do to deal with these guys is I just kind of do a jump kick, because they're either going to jump into it or jump over me, usually. And then if they jump over me, I can turn around and shield dash really quick. So, that time I just misplaced it. But if they back up at all, you pretty much have to wait for them to jump like that. If they keep backing up, there's nothing you can do about it. You just kind of have to walk with them and wait for them to come down so you can punch them. See, like if he jumps over me like that, I can just shield dash through it. So, there's only 4 instances of Fleamen you have to deal with early on here. And one of them is on the other side here, and you have to deal with them twice. So, big heart there if you want. Again, you only need, like, what, 8 of these? So, 8 big hearts over the course of a run. So you're really not going to be grabbing most of them. Generally the one at the top of the vertical room, the alchemy lab, and the one at the top of the little staircase heading up to the Fleaman room, those are the 2 I'd get by this point in any percent run. Yeah, these guys all have set AI. They throw based on where you are. That's a quick one to get there. I don't usually get that one. Make sure... Okay, actually, don't kill that guy first. This right here has your stopwatch. You need that. Do not miss that at all. Come in here, hit that, then punch that guy. That's faster. So you want to make sure you have the stopwatch here. Just keep in mind, at this point as you continue forward, usually when you're doing a whole run continuously, this is about the point where most people, especially when they're new to shield dashing, are going to feel their arms start to like wear out a little bit. It's something you'll grow resistance to as you play it more. Like I usually take like 3 runs before I start feeling burning, like at this point, like 3 full runs. So, and they have to be like consecutive. So, yeah, just keep that in mind that you might start feeling a little pain here, you might start losing a bit on your shield dash, but you'll just continue forward, struggle through it, you'll not usually be having very much pain at all. You can kill these, but it's really slow, so don't kill them. What you're going to be doing as you come in here, you can jump on their backs and jump over them. And you notice she shot fire there, right? Your shield blocks that. So what I do, you can notice there's a visual cue. She rocks her head back before she does that. What like Satoru and a couple other people do, they jump on the back and they only stick the shield out when like they're rocking their head back. But what I do is I just kind of like go up to them, jump on their back while holding the shield button. There's 3 of them. Yeah, so sometimes you'll get unlucky and the flame will go as you're jumping over it, and then it'll go under your shield and hit your foot, and you'll still get hit. Doesn't happen much, but you might see it once in a while. So yeah, generally if you just hold the shield out while you're jumping on their back, you're fine. So jump over them. When I jump over the 3rd one, I equip a short sword. This is for the enemies coming up. The plants. So, you can do 2 things here. I do 2 short jump slashes like that. You can also do it in 1 jump. It's a marginal difference. Like, you can do that. I've seen people do both ways. If there's a difference, it's by frames. Doesn't really matter. So then we get to the end of the room here, and you go through to the outer wall. That's when I unequip the sword, because you're not losing any time, because this is a set animation that you have to go through. Something Marsupial does to get through his enemies, I can't say it's like faster or slower or anything, but he casts Hellfire. I'm just going to show you what Hellfire normally looks like first. So you do up, down, quarter circle, attack. That's all the input is. And you teleport, and then you normally shoot this flame. Well, if you do the up, down, quarter circle, attack, during the teleport part, hold down. Down and forward, you'll cancel it. So then it becomes strictly a teleporting move. Obviously, you can use that to, well, dash right into the stone. Obviously, you can use that to teleport past these enemies. You don't. I usually like to gain levels from them for strength before Minotaur and Werewolf, but if you find yourself with like abnormally high strength here, like 19 or something, if you were able to one-shot the tables, you probably are fine just Hellfiring if you want. It might save a little bit of time. Not particularly sure, but yeah, it feels like it would save time. So now we're almost a Doppelganger. Yeah, there really wasn't much to consider here, right? So you can jump over these guys as long as you're going the same speed every time. They're always going to do the same thing. Big heart here, big heart here. Usually, the other one's out of the way. You just want to get this one as you're jumping up. The boss room's right there. I'm going to save here before I do this, just not in case of anything, but just to demonstrate the boss fight. My game lagged a little bit there for some reason. I don't know why. So, I have 60 hearts here. Again, you only need 40 for the whole thing. 60 though, just in case you accidentally use it once. It's something that people tend to do, especially when they're new to the run. Especially when they're jump attacking the plants or whatever, they'll accidentally stopwatch there. So as you go into the boss room, the trigger point for the boss starting is right there. If you're shield dashing though, sometimes you might just fly right over that, and you'll start in the middle. Let's see if I can happen to get it here. No. Okay, well, if you start here, you're going to first hold up right now and mash attack. So you use the stopwatch immediately because, okay, Doppelganger, the stopwatch works on completely. Doppelganger 10, Doppelganger 40, the one in the inverted castle, only 2 it works on completely. There's some other statuses that bosses have, like Gaibon when he lands and then opens his mouth to shoot fireballs. You can freeze them during that point, but most of them, it either slows them down or doesn't change anything at all. So yeah, once you mash this, it's just 2 back dashes, turn around, punch him. Yeah, just punch him to death. That's it. If you were to get past the loading point, like the normal one, and you end up in the middle of the room, it's 1 backdash, turn around and do that. The reason you want to be especially careful not to run into him is because there's this bug where it's been abused on purpose during like low level runs. It's the only way you can get like a 0 kill run of the game, or 1 kill run. I've never heard of anyone doing 0 kill on console, but I've heard people doing 1 kill runs. So it doesn't count on your kill counter right there if during the stopwatch part, if you run into him when he's almost dead. Like, if you run into him, it cancels out the experience, you don't get a level. That's bad, so make sure you don't do that in the speeder. But I'll actually demonstrate it right here. Can't believe I haven't gotten past that loading point at all yet, but you'll find yourself accidentally doing it sometimes. So, yeah, you see right there, I ran into him. He did the death animation. I didn't get the level up, though. Still have the same strength and everything, so just, be careful not to run into him, because that's going to happen then. You won't get a level. It's kind of stupid. So, yeah, that's about all to go over in this. Next part is going to be up through the shield rod. Yeah, I'm just going to go the rest of the clock rush, and then going through the Coliseum to the shield rod. So it will be kind of a long section. There's a few tricks to go over, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward at this point still. No huge glitches or anything. So yeah, see you next time.